Hey, I'm Philip from Nightfox Audio. I wanted to show you how cool and unusual the sounds from Pad City are. A lot of these sounds I recorded over the pandemic, one note at a time with pianos and guitars. It's a stack of like 13 really cool sounds from synthesizer, all sorts of stuff that give you the capacity to mix a bunch of different pads together. I constantly finding myself going to this plugin for texture, for width, and for that thing that kind of glues my tracks together. So let me show you how it works. I've got a preset pulled up called EP Pad with Verb Effects, and this was an electric piano, and I just kind of hit each note on the whole piano a bunch of times through a bunch of guitar effects. So you get this nice, really wide sound. And then you can solo up just the piano like that. So I'm gonna start blending in some other tones as well. So I got strings, some brass, and then noise. So there's a lot of really cool tones in here, and I'm just going to start shaping them. Now you can feel that width and that space. I love that one. It's Dark Storm pad here, the orange one. It's really rich. And I'm going to add even a little bit more room size on that reverb. I'm actually going to add just barely a little bit of drive too. Make it a little bit more aggressive. And then I'm going to do some cool stuff with mods. So you have a gain LFO, a pitch LFO, and a filter LFO. I'm going to turn on both gain and pitch. You get that warble. I'm going to slow that warble down though, so it's half notes. And here that's maybe a little bit too deep. I'm also going to turn up some gain LFO. Yeah, slow that down to maybe full quarter. I like that. There's a lot of movement in there. One thing that's interesting, this filter LFO is connected to the cutoff. So if I turn this cutoff down a little bit, turn the filter LFO on, watch, you'll see what happens. Yeah, which I love that. I think it's too fast. So I'm going to slow that down too, especially if I want something that's kind of plodding. Yeah, that's great. I might even turn the depth down a little bit so it doesn't move quite so far. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm pretty happy with the way that pad is sounding, and I'm going to add a couple effects to it in addition to those mods. Ping pong delay, it's going to add a lot of space, left and right. That's pretty sweet. And maybe a little bit of E-verb, electronic verb, that's like, gives it some shimmer on the high end. Maybe a little bit bigger. Now, I love that. So this is such a great way to bring texture, to bring space, and that quality of emotion. It just drives something. I feel like I could write on that, especially for film scoring or even pop stuff to kind of glue a track together. So that's why I love using Pad City to bring all that richness to my songs.